Camilla blocks Harry and Meghan's return to the royal family. Why King Charles can't help them. The royal family, a never-ending source of inspiration for tabloids, armchair soul surgeons, for someone else's soul, of course, and everyone who has ever wondered if it's possible to be too rich and too unhappy at the same time. These past few weeks, our small but proud social world has been bubbling with rumors. The air was thick with anticipation, as if we were at an Olympic final for weaving intrigues. Prince Harry, the prodigal son and tireless content provider, was reportedly on the verge of a triumphant return. Yes, you heard that right. The same media outlets that once gleefully broadcast every shocking Sussex move suddenly changed their tune. From somewhat reliable publications to outright fantastical ones, everyone buzzed about a possible reunion. Some claimed Harry simply wanted to have a normal relationship with his father and the family, which sounds like an oxymoron given their history. Others, not holding back, excitedly reported that Meghan Markle was already flipping through top couture catalogs, picking outfits for her triumphant return to London. Can you imagine? At that moment, every Windsor probably got a headache. Of course, there's never smoke without fire, even when it comes to the coldest corners of the British monarchy. And Harry, ever the restless truth seeker, really did meet Charles III, for the first time in 19 months. Months of negotiations and diplomatic maneuvers worthy of two rival nations, not just a loving father and his, well, not so loving son. The moment came, the curtain rose, anticipation peaked, and what did we get? The meeting lasted just 54 minutes. 54! That's only enough time for a quick cup of tea, without ceremony, a couple of polite comments about the weather, and maybe a scroll through the news. Certainly not enough to heal old wounds, restore normal relations, or lay the groundwork for the triumphant return a certain duchess dreams of. But Harry wouldn't be Harry if he didn't seize the opportunity for his usual boastful style. He told the press the meeting was so warm and emotional, they almost burst into tears on each other's shoulders. Such heart-wrenching scenes. You can almost picture two crown-wearing men embracing in tears as London's fog settles outside. But here's the question: was it staged, or just very, very vivid imagination? Thankfully, some people have sources who work not for scandalous headlines, but for verified facts. A seasoned royal insider, whose reports always turn out to be true, quite an achievement in today's world, shed light on the real situation. As it turns out, the meeting wasn't warm at all. It was very dry, formal, and took place in the presence of a third person. A third person? How romantic! What a heart-to-heart moment! Who was this mysterious witness? Most journalists, eager to catch every detail, believe it was none other than Charles III and Queen Camilla's private secretary, Sir Clive Alderton. There goes the whole family idyll. Instead of an emotional reunion, we witnessed a formal warning. His Majesty, apparently, once again, trying to hammer home a basic truth to his unruly son. Son, keep your mouth shut, and please stop trashing your relatives. If messages through other channels aren't getting through, I have to say it in person. Sounds less like fatherly love and more like the last desperate plea of a monarch exhausted by endless public drama. But the biggest question, hovering in the air like Princess Diana's ghost at a royal gala, is forgiveness possible? A real royal forgiveness where Harry and Meghan finally play by the rules and stop cashing in on the Windsor's name? Dear reader, let me gently shatter your naive illusions. Absolutely not. It's not so much about Meghan Markle's dramatic antics, who is honestly secondary here, but someone much more powerful and influential. Prince Harry, perhaps unknowingly, or maybe out of youthful stubbornness, without realizing just how bad it is, has made himself a very, very powerful enemy, Queen Camilla. It's no secret that King Charles III is under immense influence from this woman, so much so that some British people, especially those who believe in the mystical, suspect her of witchcraft and enchantment. Laugh if you want, but in Britain, these are serious rumors. Even putting magic aside, we're talking about strong feelings, feelings that survived and grew stronger through decades of storms and scandals. And this is exactly what Harry challenged. In his explosive memoir, Spare, he not only blamed Camilla Parker Bowles for having a key role in his parents' breakup, he went further, describing how he and William supposedly begged their father not to marry her, arguing that the wedding would trigger controversy, fuel the press, and make the world talk about Mom and compare Mom with Camilla. Harry, in his characteristically direct way, wrote he would have been much happier if Camilla had simply stayed his dad's lover. What a thing to say! To wish the future queen to remain forever the other woman? To question her right to a legitimate place? For the royal family, this is more than disrespect. This is a public humiliation of a woman who endured years of public scorn to finally find her place alongside her beloved. So how can there be talk of forgiveness when on one side, Harry is trying to fix things, apparently to get royal perks again, and on the other sits the deep public offense of a queen whose husband will do anything to protect her peace and dignity? Does anyone honestly think Camilla, after everything said and written, will just let the prodigal son come back? Or worse, let his wife have her triumphant comebacks? Let me naively wonder, but Harry clearly doesn't realize that real queens, even if they were once the other woman, don't forgive everything. Especially not those who publicly question their status and decades of loyalty. So, dear royal watchers, don't expect new photos of Meghan in Westminster Abbey. Much more likely, Prince Harry will keep having his warm and emotional conversations with his father through press releases, while royal forgiveness remains a mirage in the cold English mists. Because there are things in this world you can't buy with exclusive interviews, memoirs, or promises to zip your lips.